All right. Looks like our stream is starting. Welcome to Christ Center Gamer's latest game stream. Um, this one should be interesting. I hope. I hope you enjoy it. So, this game is, well, it's sort of a game, right? You know, it's a flight simulator. So, this is the IPAX Aerofly FS 4 flight simulator. So, this one is the second flight simulator I've had a good look at. I mean, I played a few minutes of Microsoft. Oh, hey, Magic, thanks for joining. I played a few minutes of Microsoft Flight Simulator on Game Pass, but I never bought it. I've thought about buying it a bunch of times. It's been on my maybe list. But yeah, so I haven't reviewed that or played more than within an hour or whatever it was on Game Pass. Um, but I did play a fair amount of X-Plane 12, which I reviewed almost a year ago, maybe a little less than that, but about a year ago. And I also used that to review this flight stick. This is the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 flight stick. So I'll be using that today as well. So I did have to play this somewhat. I usually like to give blanket first impressions in a stream. I had to play for an hour or two, not because I wanted to play a flight simulator, though I know there's nothing wrong with that, but it was because I had to configure this controller. And honestly, I didn't necessarily configure it as much as I probably should have, and so we may go through some of the settings together. But yeah, so all right. So to get started, I just want to let you know about this flight simulator. So this is by a relatively newer flight simulator team. It's like 2011, I think, is when they were started. Aerofly FS4 was released in 2022, in July of 2022. But we were reached out to fairly recently about reviewing it. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? One thing that is kind of cool, they did send us the Flight Simulator Deluxe version of the package. So it has an extra, like, it has like 30 something planes that are available in the game instead of the 20 or so that comes with the base game. Also, I did download the high resolution scenery for the USA and Europe. So that took my install from about 60, 70 gig to like 250. I just downloaded everything. So I had to clear space, but thankfully my desktop has tons and tons of drives in it. But yeah, so that was a thing. Also, I'm not sure why, but even after downloading all that scenery, yeah, it's crazy. 250 gigs, I know. I also still had to enable global scenery. Now, I don't know why, but if you have it off and then you want to turn it on, you get this networking functionality where I'm assuming it downloads some global scenery. Now, it does make pretty clear that it's anonymous. It does say system information, simulation data, game state and program information, and IP address, but it does not merge with any data or identity data. So I did agree to it. And the game looks, whoa, okay. It looks like it lost the game window for a moment there. There we go. But it loses basically all the scenery without it. It's not nothing to look at. So yeah, I don't know why it's 250 gig. Let me see if I can get the exact install here, based on what Steam says. Let's see, installed files. I'm sorry, not 250. It's 216.92. Still pretty large, though. Certainly nothing to sneeze at. So, yeah, still a fairly large game. With all the DLC, it's optional DLC. You can always remove it. It's a flight simulator. It's not a game. It has the terrain of the planet Earth on it, or at least two major continents of North America and Europe. So I kind of get it. But anyway, so it's got a lot of game settings. One thing I'm not a huge fan of so far is okay. The game has many ports. So there's an Android version, a Linux version, which I've not tried. The Linux version because I don't share my drives with my Windows and Linux install, so I have to like I don't so I have like 4 or 5 terabytes of SSD space on my Windows side of my system, but I only have like 2 in my Linux side, so I have to actually clear a lot of space to fit it on my Linux install. So maybe I'll do that at some point, but the stream is based on the Windows version. And let's see, I'm not a big fan of the huge touch, almost like touch-like settings. It's kind of goofy, but it's fine. I mean, I can shrink it here, button size small if I really want to, but it still looks a little goofy. But other than that, I mean, it's fine. Show time skip button. I didn't see the time skip button, so we'll see if I can find that. Yeah, no, I know. I keep my Linux and my Windows separate, but so yeah, a few things about the settings. Graphics settings are at 4K 60 with all graphics settings on high. Running at 3080, so that should be just fine. Graphics quality, as you can see, the only thing I didn't make insane is it's by default ultra is shadow quality as ultra instead of insane, but I know shadows can kill performance, so I didn't feel the need for it. But yeah, everything else is on the maximum settings. And so user interface stuff, some other random settings, HUD size, large and small, send data, flight data to FS Widgets app. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a... So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this game with regards to... I'm guessing maybe you can do multiplayer, or maybe you can do a mobile app that you can connect to it and give you like an extra HUD. I haven't really looked into it too much, but it's got to be something like that. There's also, if you want assistance like brakes and landing and stuff, you can turn on and off those, which is kind of nice. Especially since I don't have the buttons all mapped for everything on brakes and landing lights and everything, so that's useful. So the other thing is that it does support my joystick, which is great. The Velocity 1 flight stick, which I do recommend, by the way, if you can't afford a fancy flight gear. This Velocity 1 flight stick might be the best value out there because it has so many buttons and so many axes, and it's got a Hall effect joystick that if you're looking for something, and 2 throttles, I mean, if you're looking for something that it just got, tons and tons of access because you like to play flight simulators or space combat or whatever, even MechWarrior, I created a MechWarrior 5 profile for it. This is a good flight stick for this, and it sees everything, which is great. So you can, all the different sliders, all the different axes, all the different throttles you can see, different sliders. It's even got a trim wheel. So yeah, it doesn't, it's pretty good. Yes, Hall effect is great. As you can see, it's got, I don't know what button 24 is, but I've figured out what every other button is on this if I want to use them. So it's got tons and tons of buttons. All these buttons, point of view hat, 2 of them, one's analog, one's digital. It's got 2 throttles, and it's got some goofy buttons. Like this button, you can't see me do it, but when you push up past the top of the throttle, it activates a button. So if you wanted to do like an afterburner on, which I don't, that's my first complaint on this game actually, is about that. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so lots of buttons, which is great because flight sims need buttons. And there is a lot to configure. I configured some of them, but there is so much that I have not configured everything. It's just crazy. But one thing I did not find is I did not find anything that looks like an afterburner. Maybe I'm blind. Be okay if I'm blind. I'm fine with that. But there's a lot of stuff I didn't see it. So, and I also find it strange And for example, navigation and autopilot and all these features don't have defaults. I find that strange. Like, if I was to set up a game and I have a keyboard right here, I mean, it's just below this camera, why would you not have a default control setting? I don't understand that. I don't get it. You should have a default setting for... So some of these do. Like, you know, we've got views and so on, which is great. But I don't know why more of these don't have default keyboard mappings. I don't get that. I don't know what these go back and get. I did not clear the defaults. That's correct. It's weird. But yeah, so I don't know what that's all about. But yeah. One thing that's kind of cool, since this has 2 throttles, I can use them both and be able to handle individual engines, which is pretty neat. And same thing with the jet. So yeah, it's just strange. So I don't know why there's no defaults for a lot of these. I love that they're configurable, but I just don't understand why they're blank. Thankfully, the essentials have everything, so it's good enough. But I just thought it was weird. Let's see. Is there any other settings that I felt are important? No. Well, yeah. This is kind of cool. So not every game or flight simulator has airline traffic. That's kind of cool. Like, it shows you other planes when you're flying around, and it shows you their flight info. It shows you their traffic and their you know, what the paths that they're taking, which is pretty cool. I think that's neat. They somehow figured out common flights and they do stuff, or at least it's theoretically do. So that's pretty neat. The only thing I've done is I was just messing around with an F-15, flying around, and here's where I am now. You can see I turned on the map. That's optional. Right now I'm over southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, whatever. And I'm just... right now I'm way high in the air. One thing that X-Plane let me do was to break the sound barrier by flying way up into the sky and then trying to zoom into the earth. So I wanted to see if this game lets me do that too. I want to see how fast I can go and see what happens. And then I'll go ahead and try to start the career mode. And so yeah, that's all I want to do is just see how fast I can go. That's about all I care about. So this looks nice from this height. I gotta say, the maps look really neat from this height, and they might even be accurate. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going fast. Well, yeah, as I was saying earlier, I couldn't find a button for afterburner. I know F-15s have an afterburner. Come on, they have to have an afterburner. So yeah, but now I'm going over the speed limit, which is pretty rad. And I better pull up and I'm gonna crash! I died. So anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. And also it's kind of neat how you can go back 10 seconds. And correct your course if you don't want to die. So that's kind of cool too. Being able to have, you know, being able to reset your course like that. But as you can see, I'm pretty sure those other numbers that you're seeing, those combination of numbers, those are other planes in the sky. So yeah, that's pretty neat. I'm going pretty fast, but I'm certainly slowing down. I'm going pretty quick. And the train looks really neat. I'm not sure if it's accurate. It might be. I mean, this looks a little bit too realistic to be made up. So this seems like it could be accurate. I don't know how accurate the housing developments are and stuff like that, but it looks like it could be real, which I like. So I think that's neat. But one thing I'm really bummed about, and I know this may sound really silly, but near my house, about 10 minutes drive, there's a tiny little airport called Galt. It's just a tiny little airport. I know I just doxed myself, but it's a tiny little airport. It's just, yeah, see, as you get lower, the details of all the shrubberies and the houses and the fields don't look so cool anymore. But from up high they do, right? Down here they look kind of bland and boring. But from up high, meh, right? But yeah, see, there's a little town here. Is that real? Is that accurate to reality? I'm not sure. But as I was saying, that little airport? Yeah. That airport, I can't take off or land there in this game. I'm so bummed. I want to take off and land from my tiny little airport 10 minutes from my house. The X-Plane 12 let me do that. So I would always take off from the one right by my house, even if it was in an F-14 or something ridiculous. I would still take off from the airport close to my house. So to me, I like that, right? And the fact that I can't do that is a bummer to me. I don't know how accurate this terrain is again. I would really like to know. But, yes, any of the large airports are here. So, O'Hare, you know, is there. You know, that was not an issue. I'm sure Dayton International is going to be there too. I'd be really surprised if it wasn't. But I was just talking about the little ones, you know, the town airports, the one where you learn how to fly. Yeah, I wanted to experience local airport takeoff, the tiny ones. You know, it looks like this could be the Fox River, I'm guessing, which is kind of cool. I've never seen an F-15 fly over my area. Not that I've ever noticed, anyway. But yeah, so I mean, the terrain is pretty good detail, and it might be better detail than X-Plane. I think. I'm not sure. See, the thing, I haven't put them side by side yet, so I'm not certain about that. One thing I will say, performance of this game so far, considering this is max settings, rock solid. I've never seen a single frame drop. And the system requirements are much lower than X-Plane, at least based on my experience with it. I have not yet tried VR mode, and I suppose that will be the what really, you know, really gives it away. Oh, nice. Your local city's home of the Wright brothers. That's neat. So, you know, X-Plane's VR mode, I had to turn down the settings way down. I wonder if that'll be the case here. This one seems really well optimized so far. Like, as you can tell, it's perfectly smooth. Like, there is nothing going on here. There's nothing wrong, performance-wise. And so that's really neat. Again, I'm not sure how accurate the train is. It could be accurate. I just don't know for sure. Freaking out these people flying low over the river on an F-15. But, yeah. And I'm going over... Oh. Yeah, I mean, now granted, I have a 3080 and a 5950X CPU. It's pretty fast, right? It's a powerful system. But I'm also streaming this on CPU. So I found that on GPU, some games would stutter or frame rates would drop. But with CPU streaming, it seems to work better. But the point is that, at least from my viewpoint, I'm playing it. It's super smooth. So I can't complain. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. So performance seems good. Alright, so let's, I'm just done flying around in an F-15. Oh yeah, one thing I have not done yet. Let's check out the different views. That is a weird view. Cockpit view too. Oh, those are different cockpit views. Oh yeah, an F-15 has dual, oh yeah, I flew down by Chicago earlier, but we can do that again. So that's the outside view. It's a Strike Eagle. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. Oh, those are different views, so I can just cycle with them with this. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's another plane. You can see it just flying with a stream. Let's see. Okay, so those are the different views. Neat. Okay, if that does that. Oh, whoa. Well, that's a kind of a cool view too. Oh wow, it's even got like lighting. That's neat lighting. Behind the cockpit view. Oh, this is behind the plane. Oh, this is neat. This is neat. Oh, do I only have one of the engines on? Why does it... Oh, no way! I just cranked down the other engine. Now it's going way faster. Oh, now we're talking. I only had one engine on. Okay, that's cool. Now we're going fast. Alright, that's neat. Oh, look at that! That's so cool! Terrain view. Look at that thing go. That is the weirdest... Okay, that's a real chase camera. Alright, the graphics are quite good in this. This looks really nice. F-15 was always my favorite plane growing up. I always thought it was my favorite, because I just like to go fast. And this plane goes fast. Yeah, this is pretty. This is nice looking. Okay. Oh, that's a weird view. Ha! That's funny. These are all different views that you can just press of a button. Okay. Well, that's back to the cockpit view pretty much, but... Oh, I'm at 62,000 feet now. I'm just sitting here flying along like nothing's going wrong. So now that I got two engine going full speed here, this is a lot better. So I guess I had one, because I have, as you can see, I have two engine throttles, independent ones, right? So I can turn on and off the throttles independently. And so here we go, full speed ahead. Very neat. I didn't realize I only had one on earlier, and that's why I was going so slow. Oh, I think I'm over 100,000 feet! I should be dead. Apparently the game doesn't seem to simulate that. Can an F-15 really go over 100,000 feet? Can someone, like, research this? Because, that seems a little bit crazy. I don't know. Well, we are way up high now. Alright. It's time to head back down and see how fast I can go. With two engines. Full speed. Copied from Google. What's that? Maybe the paste didn't make it? Into the game, into the text, into the chat? I don't know. Automod, yeah, sorry. You're gonna have to type it yourself. Well, I'm going pretty quick. Record is 98,000 feet at an F-15. Very nice. So it's a little higher than realistic, but... Oh my goodness, I'm dead! Go back 10 seconds. Let's try it. Let's see if I can avoid death. There we go. I managed to avoid death. Huh. I'm only going 16. That's weak. But still pretty cool. So you guys wanted to see a major city. I am technically close to Chicago, but the problem with this map is the map is not like... Oh, here we go. Where am I now? Where in the world am I? The Eagle set 8 world records for altitude. Wow. I would think this would be in the general direction of a major city. You guys were asking about performance in a major city. I'll let you do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll! There you go. Let's see here. Sorry, man. You know, Star Fox is what it is. Yeah. I can't tell yet. There's supposed to be a speed up button. What does that do? Oh, I went back. Oh. I have barrel rolled, yes. There's supposed to be a button to speed up. I don't know what these do. Oh, that's my... Oh, it's a cheater button to raise your altitude. That's funny. I don't know what these do. Oh, it turns on and off the different flights. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Ord is over there. So I am heading towards Chicago like I said I was. You guys want to see this? You want to see cities? I will show you cities. Yeah, so those do weird things. Throttle, trim. I don't know how to make it go turbo. Oh, I can... Oh yeah, I can look around. Inside the cockpit. Which I think is cool. Oh, that does something. I don't know what. There we go, I just reset the view. This is the look around button on my thing, that I can also look around with this. I made a reset. I can't shoot as far as I know, unfortunately. Oh, absolutely. There's plenty of planes of all different sizes, don't worry. I just wanted to start with the fun stuff because I was already playing it on my own. Just to kind of... Yeah, there was a switch and I didn't know what it did. But you asked me about seeing the city. I figure in a fast vehicle would be the quickest way to see a city. So, that's what we're going to do. And then as soon as we've gone to the city, we will start looking at smaller planes. So that was... I'm fulfilling that request. And then we will check out smaller planes, okay? I just figured with this, we've got speed on our side. So here we go. The world's fastest non-SR-71. I think. Because I don't think there's any fighter planes that go faster than the F-15. So... Then we have a nice low altitude. You can start seeing neighborhoods and office buildings and stuff. I really wonder how accurate this is. I need to spend some time, because I mean, I grew up in this area. I know this area pretty well, but you don't know everything. You know, there's no certain parts. But yeah. So we're gonna head down to Chicago. I have been here once already, so we will check out the Sears Tower and go from there. So where are you, Sears Tower? Hop into my view soon, would ya? Yeah, look at all these flights, because we're close to O'Hare right now. So you can see, like, on the map, right over here. Ord, and then stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, and I'm actually really close to planes. Did you see that? Plane to my left, planes to my right are probably landing. Yeah, look at those landing strips over there at O'Hare. Ah, there it is. There's the Sears Tower, and there's the Hancock and a few other buildings. And as we get closer, you'll see them, which is kind of neat. Unfortunately, crashing into them doesn't do anything cool, but yeah, so check it out. Look at all that stuff happening. See? Pretty neat. I mean, graphically, I would say that this game wins over X-Plane 12. Pretty convincingly. And as you can see, the textures coming in on all the buildings. Let's fly by over Lake Michigan here. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. This looks really, really nice. And I'm trying to bank hard enough to do another pass. And I gotta slow down the plane, I think. It's turned off both engines. Let's see how long I stay in the air. But, yeah. Come on. Yeah, no, that extra data really... I mean, that looks really, really nice. This is what a city looks like. And that's pretty cool. I mean, you got some pretty serious stuff going on here. Unfortunately, like the highways, like the roads are harder to see here than I felt like X-Plane had better, like you could see cars going in X-Plane 12. But the buildings were not nearly this detailed. So it's a trade-off. I thought it was cool being able to see the highways in X-Plane 12, but being able to see the buildings this detailed is pretty nice too. So it's a pretty good trade-off. Each one does something well. Like you could see the Navy Pier little Ferris wheel. I don't think that's here. Let me do a quick turnaround. But I don't think the Ferris wheel is here in on this one. So that's a difference. So yeah, it's just they each seem to emphasize different pieces of information. So yeah. So that's that. Let's do one more quick turnaround. For some reason, turning around is quicker when you're slower. Oh, I saw my reflection. Okay, that's kind of cool. I gotta check that out real quick after I get lined up. I think we already passed Navy Pier, and I don't see a Ferris wheel, so I'm thinking it's not there. Now, Soldier Field might be there. Oh, is this it here? Man, we are low. So yeah, this is pretty neat. Anyway, I think that's enough of Chicago downtown, but I like the way this handles the buildings. I think that's really nice. And I thought it looked really good, and it's just the details that are present versus missing. It's quite fascinating how each of these simulators handles it differently. Like the car highways are missing in this one, where they're present in X-Plane 12, but this one seems to have better detail and especially better performance around the you know, the buildings and everything like that. So pretty interesting. Let me see. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. I mean, there's obviously pop-in, but it looks nice. You can see a little bit of a shadow over the lake. Man, I must be ticking off some people here. Anyway. So there's things I have not checked out yet. And you guys were asking about smaller planes, so let's go ahead and get into that. Let's see what the career mode's like. All I've done is clicked on this. I don't know anything about it. Apparently, though, doing a barrel roll and playing around with these things has caused me to get some achievements. But that's it. So, okay, so you can see where I've taken off from. Near Wisconsin Dells, near Gary, Indiana. That's funny. It kind of, yeah, it took off there. Yeah, I started with a little Cessna. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and check out. Wonder where the watercolor is different depending where you go. That's a good question. I really don't know. All right, well, let's. I guess career doesn't mean a career mode. It just means what have you done. So I was wondering what it meant, and now we know. So we've played lots of jets with one small aircraft, gliders, different kinds, helicopters. As you can see, I've only played about an hour as I was testing it, getting controls working. So a Cessna and then an F-15, because, I mean, come on, it's an F-15. And yeah, so that's all I've done so far. So we're going to switch planes and take it to a new flight. So one of you mentioned wanting to check out, oh, this is kind of cool. You can see what your starting location, you can do it on the map. Or, yeah, see, this is what I was sad about. There is a tiny little airport up here that does not seem to exist, and that made me sad. What's this? Southern Wisconsin. Oh, there's a little airport here. Must be Janesville, I'm guessing. What? And then what have we got? There's Kenosha. I don't know what these are. Yeah, there's tiny little airports all around, everywhere. That's kind of cool. Oh, DeKalb. Huh. Excuse me. So yeah, it has a lot of airports, just not everything, not the tiny ones. It has planes, which is awesome, though. I love that it has planes. Well, it's Waukegan Airport. So it's got that small airport, the Waukegan one, but not the one that's over here. There's a couple really tight, like Campbell Airport's a tiny airport. It's in the Grays Lake area. And then there's the one over here as well. There's a couple tiny airports, and they don't seem to be covered. So yeah, it's just the teeny tiny ones, the neighborhood ones. Okay, so we were talking about what was the one you asked about? Magic. It was it? Is it pulling plane data from real life, simulating it? I think it's probably using data based on the published plane schedules. That's my guess. Dayton International. Okay. Dayton. Whoop. Dayton Wright Brothers. That's kind of cool. Dayton Beach. Do you know the name of the... Oh, it's not a big one. There's only one international flight, huh? Well, there's that airport. Hook Field. Let's see. Okay, so that's Ohio. So this has got to be in the right area. Is it this one? Do you think it's this one? Well, it doesn't show me towns and cities really. You can see it's got Port Columbus, it's got Ohio State, Madison County, Bolton Field. Apparently there's another Miami. I'm going to guess it must be this guy because it seems like the biggest one. It's only got a few takeoff lanes though. We get to pick which one we want. So you get to pick, we'll start here, right? And then if you can think of, sometimes the name, the letters can also give it away too. So like KDAY, is Dayton, right? Yeah, sorry about automatic. It can be frustrating. We'll assume it's that one for now. And then we can pick a plane. So then we go to aircraft. Obviously, Strike Eagle's great, but that's not the only plane. James M1. Okay, great, cool. So we got the F-18. But yeah, as you can see, I was playing around. There's quite a lot of different planes. Everything from props to Learjets to classic World War II or even World War I planes. We've got helicopters, which this is just a glider. There's a couple of those, different. And in commercial airplanes, there's another glider. This is a dual engine. Yeah, I don't have the helicopter controls configured, so I'd rather not deal with that right now, but we can certainly do a smaller plane. See, we've got a nice World War II airplane here. I find it funny. This is a German plane with that logo. Probably not the one that was used. And we got the standard Cessna. And then, of course, a dual prop. And then it goes down to the British Sopwith. You know what? Okay, this is a World War I plane. I thought I saw Wright Brothers plane. Did I not see that? Maybe I didn't. Since we're in Ohio, I thought it'd be appropriate to do something real old school. But you know what? If I can't find that, this one of these old school fighter planes could be good. World War I cylinder engine. That's British. This is German old school First World War plane with the red classic. Red Baron flew this one. Manfred von Richthofen. Nice. So that's kind of cool. The fact they have the Red Baron plane is kind of cool. All right, we'll do that. And let's give it a start. Interesting. Okay, let's go to cock. Oh, that's rad. It's got guns mounted right there. That's kind of cool. If only I could shoot them. You can't really see much. Oh, you're like exposed. Your head is just sticking out. That is wild. Huh, look at that motor. Wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, here we go, guys. I can't see where I'm going. Oh, there we go. Am I going fast enough to take off? Looks like I am. Man, I wish I could shoot these cannons. I used to love hunting down the Red Baron and the British plane in Old School Simulator. That's funny. Well, clearly the Red Baron was the good guy. Didn't you know that? Man, this thing is really something. Since I'm German. It's all good, man. I'm just kidding. I had my family came from Germany after World War II, so they would have been you know, part of Germany at that time. And World War I is one of those wars that there was no bad guy. So everybody was the bad guy for killing each other. No good reason. Anyhow, World War II obviously was different. This is neat. This is neat. And we've got... The dude has no cockpit. He's just sitting there. Like all chilling, like. That looks so neat. Look at that crazy wind direction meter and everything. Oh yeah, and there it is. And I can just do things and watch it happen. Oh, look at that. I just did a loop. Uh-oh, I'm going to crash. I think I might actually crash. Yep, I crashed. I need a better view. I can't actually tell what direction I'm supposed to be looking. There we go. That go back 10 seconds thing is quite handy. And this thing isn't that fast. I'm going, what? 40, 50 knots? That's it? Doesn't go very fast. Fast enough to take off, though. You know, I gotta wonder, for planes that were that slow, that's why it needs 3 wings. You know, because it's gotta go slow. Let's see if they... Oh, okay, that's... Oh, that's cool! Another plane's in the sky. I don't think I can go fast enough to hit him, so that's not gonna do me any good, but... Yes, I spiraled very cinematically, yes. See, if I did it from here, I could see it spiral into the ground. That motor is so weird looking. There we go. You got to see me spiral into the ground. Restart nearest airport. Now let's check out a different plane. Anyone want a different airport or just different plane? Oh, I can also do for colors. But red, obviously, this one. All right, let's see. This is a aerobatic aircraft for competition. Okay. Anybody have a call for a new place? If you want to pick a new airport, just let me know. So let's see what this one's all about. Well, this is nice and modern. Are there 2 pilots in this one? Yeah, there's... It looks like they're... No, I guess not. It's just some room in front of the pilot. Interesting. Huh. Or no, maybe there is a second spot. That's really hard to tell, actually. Yeah, huh, I don't know. See, it looks like from here you can... So maybe there's 1 passenger. Maybe that's how it works. Because there's a dude behind me who's got all the gear, and this one is just speed and altitude, and that's about it. You don't seem to have much control over anything. I can actually move that thing, whatever it does, though. Whereas if I go to this spot, there seems to be more gear. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure which one is considered the actual cockpit. Alright, well, this thing's quick for a little prop. My goodness. Well, this thing's quick. Look at those knots. I haven't even lifted the ground yet. It's getting a little zippy for a single engine. Not bad. Huh. What that goofy thing on the wing is for. Yeah, this thing really is really responsive to the throttle or to all the controls. Very responsive. Well, like the trim is working really well too. Yeah, this is This is a great plane to learn how it works type of plane, because it's super responsive to every single little twist of the controls. And the engine is off. Okay. There's 2 throttles. I want to see if the second one did anything on this plane. Nope. And it just like, yo, are not going to stay in the air if you turn off your motor. I didn't actually cut the engine, technically. What if I can land successfully? Okay, look at that. Look at me go. How did that happen? I don't understand what happened. Like, I'm landing. Okay, that has got to be dangerous. What I'm just spinning like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Now I actually landed successfully, I think. I wonder if the game gave me credit for it, though, with an achievement. It's so crazy. Look at this. This plane is so maneuverable. It's just wild. And I crashed. Alright, green text game over, yeah. Alright, let's see. Oh, and now it just put me in the air somewhere. Alright, let's check out another plane. If you guys want something, please speak up. A classic fighter plane, sure. Let's try a different airport. Let's go to Boston. Sure, we'll go to Boston. We'll go to Boston Airport. You know, I'm not having a very good Boston accent, honestly. So I'm kind of making myself look bad. Start. Oh, Thunderbirds Air Show, yeah. They've come to Chicago many times. Actually, I could be thinking of the blue. Oh, what's that called? The F-14. Yeah, Boston. Yeah. What is it? The F-14's the Blue Angels. That's it. I've seen the Blue Angels several times when I was a kid. They've come to the Air and Water Show in Chicago many times. It's pretty cool. This is a quick little plane. This thing moves. I'm already going 150. Yeah, Blue Angels are awesome. Yeah, that was it. Blue Angels. This is a cool plane. This is a World War II plane, I think. Let's try a different view. Yeah, this is rad. This is cool. It's the Merca plane. Yeah, you're right. The lights look great. You're right, they do. Boston has some seriously high resolution textures. Yeah, I never noticed that before. That looks really neat. Yeah, I gotta give it to them. Graphically, this game is pretty impressive for a flight sim. They did. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I think graphically, engine-wise, these guys it takes the cake with regards to, I mean, I'm not going to compare it to Microsoft, but, you know, comparing it with X-Plane 12, X-Plane does some aspects of the simulation in an interesting way, and I really like how they have community, there's a lot of community airplanes, which I think is cool in that one. But oh yeah, see here, remember I was complaining about Chicago not having good renders of the roads. Look, Boston has them. It's got the highways. See that? I don't understand that. Like, why does Chicago get the gyp when clearly in Boston that looks nice? You've got the 4-lane highway. So I think there's just inconsistent quality when it comes to the texture of their region. So I just hope that developers don't think Chicago is flyover country. I'm going to be disappointed, especially for an airplane game where you fly over it. Anyway, sorry, that was a bad joke. But yeah, Boston looks way better than Chicago did in a lot of ways, because you can see so much more detail in the town. You can see the highways. There's just more detail in general. Yeah. So yeah, somebody loves Boston at that company, or whoever they're outsourcing their rendering to. But yeah, this is neat. But one thing X-Plane did do well is there were cars on the highway. That was cool. But yeah, so actually, are they here or no? Well, sort of. You know, actually, now that okay, I think I see what's happening. The highways look cool from a distance, but bad high up. I'm gonna have to play both of them back to back and get my opinion on them, which one has better graphics. But I really do like the way they handle lighting here. The buildings look really nice. The buildings look 3D, which is cool. You know, they have depth. They're not just like textures, you know, on top of a ground or whatever. They have there's very three-dimensionality to the way the houses look, which I think is really cool. So yeah, Boston looks awesome. So gotta give it to him there. Looks really neat. Okay. Any other cities you guys want to check out, or any other planes you want to check out? Feel free to Phoenix? Alright, let's go to Phoenix. We'll go to location. I have family in Phoenix, so that's a good call. Man, that's far. You just got to zoom out real far. Alright, Phoenix. We can check out Hawaii too. Yeah. You guys don't mind sticking around, and if you're going to stick around and give me feedback, we can keep doing this. Normally end streams out in a few minutes, but if you guys are gonna make this exciting and make suggestions in aircraft, then by all means we'll keep going. All right, now this is apparently a Junkers. It is a 3-engine aircraft. I wonder how this game handles 3 engines, but I only have 2 throttles set up. Apparently it was a common passenger plane back then. Actually, I haven't been in a passenger plane in this game yet. So, can I walk around? Because in X-Plane you can. I don't know. I kind of want to check out the inside. Alright, let me see. That is a unique airplane with that textured... Yeah, I know, right? Junkers is probably how they were pronounced. Not Junkers. For those not familiar with German pronunciation. Okay, so yeah, you can see that, and the different. Oh, yeah, this is cool. Oh, that's the outside view. Yeah, the hard G, you mean the hard J? Alright, this is neat. Alright, so... Oh, there we go. Somehow I got inside. Okay, so yeah, they're sideways seats. Oh, hey Andy, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm playing a flight simulator today, and this is a different one than the previous one I reviewed, so this is a new experience for me. It's kind of neat. Alright, so this is apparently a passenger plane from World War II era. German passenger plane. They also used it. Somebody just did something cool. Maybe some new subscriber. Is that what it is? Cool. Thanks for doing that. And apparently this was used for everything from just airplanes that would take civilians to military uses too. I read the description in the game. It gives you descriptions. So, oh, of course, yeah, Andy. Awesome. Anyways, all right, so that's cool. Let me go back to cockpit view 1, and we'll go back to the front. And we'll reset the view. All right, let's time to see. So it does handle the 2 different engines. Okay. I'm going to crash if I don't get back on the lane. So I think it just does the 2 outside engines or something. Oh, I didn't even mean to take off, but this thing it's got so much lift, it just took off. That's funny. Is the 2070 Super any good? Well, I would say a 2070 Super is a pretty good video card. My laptop has a 2070 Super, and it's pretty strong, pretty powerful. My desktop that you're seeing the stream on has a 3080, but a 2070 Super is no slouch. No slouch. I wouldn't buy one now unless you got it for a killer deal because it's so old. But there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you currently have. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Now this is very different terrain in Phoenix. And this plane is not as fast. Oh, you got one in your rig. Okay, well yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. So this is a 3-engine plane. You gotta admit that looks pretty wild. So I just killed one of the engines. And I just killed the other engine. Okay, so that one controls 2 of them, it seems like. Alright, so now they're all full. Interesting, because I have 2 throttles I have configured. You know, I don't know if I can turn off just the middle engine. I can only turn off... Well, I only have 2 throttles, right? So, right now, one of my throttles seems to control 2 of them. And then the other throttle controls the other one. I don't have... enough engines, or enough throttles to control them all. But if we had a 2-engine prop, I could do it. But... yeah, this is neat. Can you upgrade your PC from an i5 on a 650 watt CPU? Yeah, the text. Yeah, apparently that's what makes. That's a very distinct look of this plane. Is the ridged, you know, the ridged metal that they used. Huh. Knocked around in an updraft, huh? Yeah, you could be right about that. Let me just say, Andy, PC versus consoles. I have them all. Price Center Gamer owns all of them because of our review site. We have them all. PC's the way to go. Just I have an Xbox. I have a PC. I like my Xbox, but not as much as my PC. I don't know what else to say. Plus, obscure flight sims like this one aren't on Xbox. You're limited to Microsoft's Flight Simulator, just as a random example. Alright, so yeah, this is a kind of a neat plane, and this is what Phoenix looks like. It looks pretty nice, very brown in comparison to... You're going into your early 30s and you're worried about complexity. I'm 45. I don't know what to tell you there. Age has nothing to do with it. I'm getting some grays, so if I, you know, I don't know. Age has nothing to do with it. It's just what you like. But, I mean, I've been building computers since I was 15 years old. So, I don't know. It is what it is. So yeah, this is a fun little plane. All right, consoles are more stable. Maybe, I guess, but I don't know. My Steam library is. I'd have to own. There's no combination of. Gotta love auto mod. Hard pass. All right, somebody requested Hawaii, so let's check that out. Hawaii. I guess we'll go. Is Honolulu the biggest airport? I don't know, actually. All right, and any plane suggestions? Aircraft. Let's see. Oh, 100 messages today. Peruvian Air Force. That's wild. That's a different look. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's just a plane that those. Oh, Learjet. Yeah, we got Learjet. Learjet is. Is this Lear? No, that's a Baron. Where's Learjet? I saw it earlier. It is definitely in here. I know for a fact it's in here. There it is. Learjet. Okay. Blackhawk, isn't that an helicopter? I'm not good at that. Let's go with this then. Let's see, do we have a cool... Ooh, that's cool looking. Ooh, that's cool looking. Let's go blue. All right, let's go blue. All right. After all, to Hawaii, all the rich people fly here anyway. So might as well take a Learjet. It fits. All right. So what do we got? Let's just look at all the different views of the plane. I want to see the interior view. Doesn't it look nice? Yeah, I think it's sharp. So you can kind of see the seats. I was hoping to take a good look inside. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. I just wanted to get a good passenger's view. So we've got the rich guy's view. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So FS 2020 is definitely the prettiest of the flight simulators. I have tried so far that one on Game Pass, because I had it for like a month just to review a controller with it. And then I had X-Plane 12, which I have a review copy of, and I can launch. I mean, I have it. And then this one to review as well we got recently. And Flight Simulator is the prettiest, for sure, FS 2020. But this one's performance is really good so far. That's my impression. And does this have multiple engines? I think it might.
Configuration.
Yep.
Configuration.
It's complaining about something. There we go. I gotta keep my rudders straight. Is X-Plane 12 any good? Yeah. So, I got a review code for the standalone version, not the Steam version. So you won't see it in my Steam library, but I do... What is it complaining about, I wonder? Oh, I have wheels up. That's why. I don't know how to raise the wheels, actually. So this does not look as nice. Honolulu's textures are kind of questionable. The textures are not that great here. I guess it's not considered part of North America, so they don't have the high-res textures. But the buildings look beautiful, though. But yeah, I need to raise the wheels. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, I wonder if I can crash into the plane. Yeah, probably not. So X-Plane 12 is good. It's just a different good. So it has a lot. It has a very unique flight model. A very powerful flight model. I knew a guy who's been flying X-Plane simulators for like decades. They've been around since forever. It's weird because some textures look really nice. Like these buildings in Honolulu look really cool. And then you go over there and look at that water. It's like, what? Are you kidding? Overspeed. Oh yeah, X-Plane does have VTOL support. You're right, it does. It has a very good variety of planes. They're both good and I think the performance on this one is way better. At least so far. X-Plane, when I reviewed it, I'm like, I have a 3080. Why is this running so bad on max settings? It wasn't nearly as well optimized. But X-Plane, I mean, its physics... Now, I can't compare the two because I'm not a plane designer. Okay? So I can't compare... I don't recall if I was using DLSS or not. I don't even remember if X-Plane has it. But what I was doing... Yeah, X-Plane has 12 secure planes, sure. It also has afterburner button, which is nice. Because I was playing KSP. I'm not familiar with that. You know, I don't really think of PCs being more expensive in the long run. I mean, a 2070 Super is about the same performance, approximately, as an Xbox Series. It's close. Oh, you're talking about Kerbal Space Program. Okay, yeah, that's totally different. I haven't played those. I've heard good things about them. I've heard they're fun. I have not played. Those are pretty mountains. I really like how the altitude, like the mountains, the depth of the mountains, and how. Yeah, but I'm just saying that when you're in the ballpark of a console with power-wise, with a PC, I mean, the consoles are going to run better at 4K probably than a 2070 Super, but at lower resolutions. Plus, you have the choice to choose. You don't always get that choice. Not sometimes you do, but I don't think there's any games that require 30 or 40 series GPUs. I don't know of any. It may be recommended, but that's not really how it works. You just turn down settings. Yeah, the mountains look really neat. That's what I was saying earlier. I like how they look. GTA 6, well, you can get that on PC eventually, I would assume, but it'd take a while. It does. Everything depends on resolution and monitors. That's it. Yeah, I mean, ray tracing is cool, but not really. If someone wants a console, get a Steam Deck. If you just want that experience of being able to turn it on and play the game. Alright, yeah, this is kind of neat. Let's see, what's my altitude? 6,000? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's actually one thing that... See, that's the thing, is once you're invested in the Steam ecosystem, or PC gaming ecosystem, I don't know why you'd want a console, because you have to rebuy all your games. It just doesn't make sense to me. I couldn't tell you about the Avatar game. I really don't know. The Series S is it's a living compromise. If you don't care about graphics quality and you just want something to stream games and want something better than a Fire Stick, Series S is great. If you just want the occasional console game just to have access to the library, sure. But Series S is holding back the Xbox ecosystem, and a lot of developers and gamers are upset because everything looks bad. So, I don't know. Series S upsets a lot of people. Okay, if I wanted to land, you know, GeForce Now is cool, but you have to pay. You have to pay per month.
Terrain.
Isn't GTA going to be on PC eventually, or are you just... I mean, if you really, really want to play that game and you don't want to wait, sure, okay. I mean, it happens. If that's what matters to you. I am looking for that... I very rarely buy consoles for a single game, so it's gotta make sense for the whole ecosystem for me. With that said, I am landing on water. Or is that grass? I don't know. I don't know. That was so weird. I don't know if that's water or grass. I can't tell. Okay, if that's water, then that is a render fail, or however you want to look at it. Hey, Micro. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I agree, Andy. I think I'm going to try... we're getting close to done here, but let's see. Maybe we'll do a dual engine prop. I don't think we've done that yet. Any guns on this plane? I don't think the game offers guns as far as I can tell. Or at the... You know, I'm confused about this point because I see mention of dogfighting in some of the marketing, but I haven't been able to figure out how to shoot. So I'm not sure. So let's take a look. Because I look at airplane. And I don't see anything talking about shooting. Like, I don't know what a magnetos is. Magnetos. I don't know what it is. In career, well, career mode is just... Career mode is just various achievements. Yeah. Oh, I try a loop. Yeah, I just don't see... Oh, with all, just sit down. Cute. Yeah, I don't see any mention of flight time takeoff. So is it rating my skill? Is that what it is? I don't know. What's this? Collect points by flying successful takeoffs, landings, improving your skill levels, and completing achievements. Okay. You receive badges when you receive a particular category. Okay. Full flights are taking off, flight time of at least 1 minute, and landing. All without crashing. Nice. Yeah, combat. That would be fun. I wish there was combat. I have not been able to play a flight simulator with combat yet, as far as I know, anyway. There's challenges, aircraft list, scheduled flights. So this is just the list. Okay. Flights for aircraft. Okay. And challenges. Oh, it actually gives you specific challenges. I'm glad we took a look at this. So that's kind of cool. So you can tutorial at Santa Barbara. So let's try this specific challenge. You can fly an F-18 and an F-15. I don't think 16 is in this game. Yeah. I think F-16 is in X-Flight. X-Plane. X-Flight. I keep saying X-Flight. X-Flight is a Great America roller coaster. No, X-Plane is a flight simulator. Yeah, I think F-16 is in X-Plane. I'm not mistaken. This one has an F-15, which is my favorite, so I'm glad about that. P-38. Do we have P-38? Oh, Baron 58. P-30. Oh, yeah, P-38. Look at that. Grand Canyon run. Oh, yeah, that looks fun. Zigzag through the Grand Canyon in your P-38. Oh, wow, that looks so cool. Okay, let's try that. That looks like fun. No, X-Flight is also a roller coaster in Six Flags Great America. I've been on it. Is this a dual engine or a single engine? It's dual. Alright. Oh, you know what? I hope to stream this again in VR. That this game does support VR, and X-Plane's VR mode was not terrible. It worked, and actually it was quite amazing, but the performance was bad. So I hope to try VR mode on this game, and I hope that my next stream will be VR mode on this game. So I hope to bring you with me. So can we make a date of playing VR mode together on this game? I would love to do that. If you guys are up for it, I hope you are. We can then do VR on this, because if the performance of this game's 2D mode is any indication, then yeah, I think this might be an excellent VR experience. The Grand Canyon looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, the textures are a little lower res than I'd like, but it looks pretty good. And this challenge mode is neat. I like that this is here. Great. So, I don't know if it's going to be Tuesday or next Saturday. I don't know yet. Hopefully it's Tuesday. How do you find me on Steam? So, I am, if you're on our Discord, the Christ Center Gamers Discord, you can just check my profile, because I have it on my profile. However, if you're not, he is chatting on YouTube, Andy. So that's why I love this Restream app feature, because it shows I can see Twitch and YouTube as well. So I am IBJamon. So IBJAMON is my Steam username, and you can feel free to friend me, and we can chat there. Alright, so let's PPP. I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I can handle updating a Steam Friends list while flying a plane, but I'll see what I can do. But no, this is neat. And let me check out the external view. Oh yeah, that's a cool looking plane. IBJAMON. Yeah, this is neat, isn't it? Yeah, Micro, I'm really glad you were able to join us today. IB is in boy. IB, yeah, that's it, Yoshi. Yoshi's got it. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, P-38's great. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, that's a wild view. Okay, I'm gonna crash into something with that view. Oh no! Oh, okay. That was close. Yeah. We indeed. Anyway. Oh, of course I've crashed. Of course I've crashed. I made sure to crash into a skyscraper at least once for the lulz. Though I don't think I did it on the stream. But today I've been pretty good about, on the stream today, being not crashing too much. I had to use the rewind button a couple times though. I don't know when it gives me. Did you reset back to the airport immediately when you barely clip anything? No. So it gives you choices. Here, we'll explore this together. Let's say I go, oh no, my wing is in the. That's what happens. I can either restart the nearest airport, which I have an option. Restart airborne or go back 10 seconds. Yes, I did. You missed that part. So yeah, I like how this game gives you that flexibility. Yeah, some games are more cruel and unusual with your crashing. This one's a little more easier going. So my opinion of this game so far, compared to X-Plane 12, which I played the most, is performance graphically. The engine is smoother. I cannot speak to the simulation. You know, whether or not the simulation is better or not is not my place. I'm just a noob, right? I just play these. I can't tell you if the simulation is more accurate or not. All I know is that X-Plane 12 has had real airplanes designed through their software. So X-Plane is really accurate as far as simulation goes. Nothing feels inaccurate about this. Seems fine, but I'm not an expert. I'm not a plane designer, so I can't tell you what's real or not, you know, what's good in that respect. Graphically, they both have their pros and cons. I'm gonna have to play X-Plane 12 again to compare them. But performance on this one is definitely better. Hands down. So that's it. That's about my summary. I don't know if I got the achievement. I'm annoyed by that. Did I get the achievement for this mission? Did I complete the mission? I don't know if I completed the mission. But it was fun. Oh, you flew RC planes. That's fly an RC plane. There, that is cool. Did I don't know if I. Airplane designer, yeah, there's a lot of science there. So anyway, I think that I think this is probably a good place to call it for the night. This has been fun. I really appreciate your interactivity tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. You know, the funny thing about flight simulators is if you're playing them by yourself, it's not as fun. But talking with you guys has been a blast. So thank you guys so much for joining this stream and making it a lot of fun. So I can't thank you guys enough. Your interactivity tonight has made this stream just so much fun. And I feel a lot better about this game now. I know that sounds silly, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, you know, I think it does do some dynamic rendering magic, but I wish it would be a little more aggressive. Like, I have a powerful graphics card. I want the level of detail to be more aggressive in the details favor. But yeah. Great, thanks, guys. How's my morality score? Well, gee, airplanes are of the devil. Okay, I think it's fine. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the stream. And yeah, Andy, join our Discord. That would be great. ChristCenterGamer.com is our website. Feel free to, we have our Discord link from there. Check out other game reviews. That's our kind of our central hub is the website, but Discord is where a lot of the fun happens. So yeah, feel free to join. We'd love to have you. And all right, well, take care, guys. It's been a great night and a great stream. It is also the night of Spring Forward, so set your clocks tonight. In case you forgot, because I shouldn't stay up and stream too much longer because of that. Because it is 10:30 now. Because it's 9:30, so we lose an hour of sleep. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and IPAC's Aerofly FS flight simulator has been a fun one to check out tonight. I hope to do a VR stream sometime in the next week. Maybe it'll be Tuesday. Maybe it'll be next Saturday. We'll see. But we try to yeah, well, daylight savings, it is what it is. But yeah, we try to stream twice a week on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And so I will try to get a VR headset stream for this game in sometime in the next week, because I'm hoping that the VR performance is as good or is as excellent as it is for this, for flat. So yeah, I do not know the difference between Aerofly 2 and 4. All I know is that 4 is newer and a bigger number. And we were sent 4 to review, and it's several years newer. So I do not know the difference. X-Plane. Oh yeah, you don't need a joystick, but I recommend one. We've been flying with this tonight. This is the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 flight stick. So, all right. I guess that's it. Take care. God bless. And thank you all for joining.